Talking to Case Press, I'm here with Elise Reed, who's coming off a win at UFC London. Elise, how are you?
I'm great. I'm great. Like I said before, can't complain. Nothing to complain about.
Where are you?
I am at my school. So I'm secluded in my office. Obviously I'm wearing, not necessarily normal attire. But yeah, no, I'm at my school. So I have a few of my employees running classes. So if it gets a little loud, just know it won't last that long. But yeah, I'm in my office. Very clean, very neat. There's no aimless cat in the background, so we're good. It should be uneventful.
It's been less than 2 weeks since your fight. How are you feeling?
I feel great. It was better could have been a finish, right? I think I came really close in the second round. First round, even maybe a little bit. I pressed a little too hard in the third. So I had like my favorite part after a win, obviously celebrating, having a brew or two, and then getting right back to work to watch it and see things to improve on. But outside of not getting a finish, it was the best that I could have asked for. I mean, enemy territory the whole week. There was like no media. Nobody cared. Nobody cared about Elise Reed. Everybody bet against me. If you didn't bet against me, you're welcome. But yeah, it was like, I felt like old school CFFC days where like COVID, we had to quarantine for that week or whatever, right? But you're just in your hotel room. You can't talk to anybody, or it's just that group of people. And it was the exact same feeling. I'm like, well, we're in London, but we're really not. We're in a hotel room just like before. So yeah, I mean, the crowd was great. Obviously they wanted Corey to win, and it didn't happen. So I had to thwart their plans, but I was so calm and relaxed, and like I really thought I was gonna get caught up in the moment. And I remember, and it was, I'm sure Mr. K like doesn't like that I was that calm, because I walked in, right? Everybody's yelling and whatever else. I can't hear anything. I have headphones in. I walk into the cage, and before she even comes in, or maybe as she's coming in, I'm talking to Mr. K. I'm like, I feel so relaxed. Like, I couldn't see anything else except the ring, and the ring just was like, okay, now this is where we're at, or the octagon. I got to get used to saying the octagon because I'm in the UFC now, and that's like a thing. That's like a trademark thing. But yeah, so I felt great. I never felt stressed. Never felt like I was like uncomfortable. Obviously, I was taken down. I had to work up getting back up, but I was happy as a clam the entire time. Like, she didn't touch me. I kept landing a right hand without any setup, no setup whatsoever. Too fast. So no, it was good. I can't complain. It was a great experience. My family was there. I made some UK fans. Had free beer like the whole evening. I really couldn't complain at all.
So much there to unpack. Firstly, yeah, you didn't get much media during fight week. Did you feel kind of disappointed or like disrespected at all, or was that just kind of like it came with the territory?
I like no harm to, like, no bad blood to the UFC, right? This is a UK. They had a bunch of people in UK. They filled the O2 arena. They did a great event. And they don't owe me anything because I came in the first time and just got laid out. But no, I mean, hey, I think if anything, I think it everybody talks about wanting to be the underdog and like really, but I am always the underdog. So it was just like, okay, so like I'm a little shit stain on the UFC. Like, I'm just gonna sit here in my hotel and wait till Saturday comes around. You know what I mean? But it's like, so I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it at all. I eat that up because I even heard the odds were going like plus 200 going into the third round. Like, what craziness is that? Who's watching this fight? So I didn't care. Honestly, it's if I could handle that at 4, I was 4-1 right now, 5-1. How good is that? But if I can handle that now, just wait. Give me 3-4 more fights in the UFC. It's gonna be a completely different show.
All right. So then you get the judges' scorecards. Firstly, how confident were you? Second, were you scared about the judges being in London? Yeah. Third, when you hear fucking 30-27 to Corey McKenna, I mean,
Yeah. So I am the worst when it comes to like I never give myself anything, any credit, right? All my credit is pretty much given from other people. Like I will always work until I die. So Jasmine fight was the same way, where I was disappointed that I got hit at all. I was disappointed that I got taken down at all. Like it burns in the back of my head the entire time of fighting. It's like, okay, well, she got that. And I'm not obviously with that crowd, right? They didn't see any of the right hands. I mean, it was pretty fast, but they didn't see any of them, right? And so then I don't even have the crowd. Yeah, I don't even have the crowd reacting. So it's hard to give yourself credit when you don't have other people like supporting that, right? And so I was apologizing to Mr. K in the corner because I wanted to finish and I didn't get a finish, and I knew I was really close. And then I pressed too hard in the third round, and gave her an opportunity to even make it a conversation that there was some type of up in the hands about it. So no, I was disappointed. I was very disappointed because I have very high standards, and the fact that she got one takedown, let alone two, I was like, this is like you know what I mean? And it's two takedowns out of 15 minutes. I mean, you look at the numbers now, and it's really apparent that the striking was there on my end and the damage was there on my end. But in the cage, I am always very critical until I step back to see it, because I'm in it, right? So I sense it all. So I was apologizing to him. I was like, man, I'm sorry. He goes, put your fucking hands up. I was like, so like, I think I put one maybe, but I definitely thought in the UK, in their arena, even bringing it to the judges, even let's say it was even less contested than it was, bringing it to the judges, I thought that I was going to lose. Like that was my thought process going into it, is I am not going to be given anything, and I have to finish it. So yeah, just not getting a finish, I was like, okay, well, if it goes to the judges and I don't hear what I want, I can't be disappointed. The 30-27, I was a little surprised. I think I shook my head. I was like, I don't know if it was that bad. Like, again, she didn't touch me. So no, and then I was, then the other judges actually watched the fight, so they saw it the right way. But I mean, listen, he's gotten a lot of flack the last 2 weeks, so I don't think I can add on to anything that hasn't been said already. But yeah, I mean, I really love finishes. I will always work for a finish, and anytime I don't get it, I'm gonna be disappointed. I have to do better with just owning that whatever it is, I can be proud of what I did, and I'm a hard critic in that regard. So next time I'll work on putting my hands up, but one step at a time.
Were you surprised that she didn't try and take you down for the entire fight, especially because you were landing that right hand? Like you were popping her so much.
It was so that was the craziest thing to me, is I really thought she was going to press more. Like someone, I don't know whether it was her, but somebody reported that she was a better striker, which is not even close to right. That shouldn't even been written. But yeah, I really expected her to press. She has to get in, and she wants to do her game plan. And again, watching it back, I think I've watched it now 2-3 times. The only time she took me down was when I gave it to her. I gave it as like a gift. I was like, here, fucking take me down. Let me reach right over there. You know what I mean? So there's things that I can get better at in terms of just patience. But yeah, to throw a right hand, hit it every time, and not set it up with anything else is just I mean, come on. Like, I was surprised. I was like, you know what, maybe I throw a jab. And I was like, no, I'm throwing the right hand and doing more damage than my jab would. So I'm just gonna keep throwing it until it doesn't work anymore. And it never didn't work. So no, I completely expected a different thing. And the moment she tried in a takedown, like a penetration step, and it didn't work. And that was exactly what I was expecting the fight to look like. I think she was scared. I'm telling you, people don't know until it happens. Everybody's got a plan until they get hit in the face. So yeah, I was surprised. She's obviously very tough, because I cracked her a lot with that right hand. But no, I had to change my game plan though. Just like I did with Jasmine. Like, I expect one thing and they do the completely opposite thing that you would expect. So hey, fight IQ is the thing.
How does it feel to have your first UFC win?
It feels amazing. Feels amazing, and I'm glad I did it in the way that I did. I wish there wasn't a meme on the internet about the first one, but it really set everything else up. Like I said before, I was telling you, like after that, after fighting up 2 weight classes and have an eye that looks like it's a broken orbital when it wasn't, by the way, everybody wasn't, my face was fine. But yeah, I mean, after that, there is nobody in the division that could even come close. Even come close. There's nobody. And I looked pretty fast. I watched myself back. I was like, damn, you're fast, Elise. So now they got to try to catch me. And we're only going to get better. Every fight, we're only going to get better. You're only going to see more and more additions to the arsenal. And I think that's the most exciting part is I'm 6 fights in. I'm like just over 2 years into my professional career. Get out of here, guys. Get out of here. I think I'm like 30 in the world. Come on now. For real. Like,
That's true. I mean,
talking facts.
You're spitting facts. You're spitting facts. Are you one of those fighters that like feel that they're not a UFC, that they weren't a UFC fighter until they got their first UFC win?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I didn't wear any of the swag until this last one. Like I would not wear it out. I didn't wear the shorts until leading up to this fight, but it was only in like my small camp group because I wanted to at least get used to looking at it, right? Because sometimes that in itself is a thing, right? Where you're like holy shit, like I'm wearing UFC stuff. So so I did a little mental prep in that regard, but I would not wear any of it out. Because haters are gonna hate and that's fine, but I am very like-minded in that where I will earn what I keep, and I earned the right to be in the UFC, but I hadn't earned the win, and that's what counts. So yes, absolutely. And anybody that wears a UFC swag and you just got in there, I'm calling you out because I did not. You gotta get a W first.
You told me that you plan to reintroduce yourself to the UFC. Did that go to plan?
I think so. I mean, like I said, I wanted to finish. I think that would have looked cool. But I think if I could stop somebody as a high prospect, arguably one of the UK's like up and coming 115 strawweights, with such a crazy odds, I think I was like ranked 90 and she was ranked like if I can do that, then yeah, I think right now there's some people in the 150 division that probably know my name a little bit better than they did before and are giving me some kudos. I gotta work my way up still, but I think I checked the ranks and like Claudia Gadelia is just 3 to 5 above me. I'm like let's go then. Let's go UFC. So no, I think I did. I think there's always going to be people that say I can get better, and I agree with that. But what you can't argue is my striking is very accurate and very fast. And so if you're sleeping on it, I'm going to pick you apart. And I think that's what's exciting for me is I like to hit people, and if I'm still getting better at that, then the world is my oyster.
Sure. Final last thing about London. What'd you do after the fight? You said that you got some drink with the family, but did you like stay around in London for a little bit?
Yeah. So obviously we were up in the nosebleed sections. The small like 0.2% of the UK fans that knew me bought me some drinks. Someone bet on me, which is really cool. That was nice. So I got them some money. But yeah, no, we stayed in London probably 1 or 2 more days just to take a look at the sights. Obviously, you got to go to a nice, like not a nice pub, but a pub. You got to go to a pub when you're in the UK. So we did that, and then we went to Scotland, and I played golf in high school. My dad and I kind of was the thing because he's a very headstrong guy, and he's like, if you want to be in business, you got to know how to play golf. So that's where the silver spoon came in, where my coach says I was raised with a silver spoon because I can play golf. So yeah, so we played golf in Scotland, which is pretty cool. And then I came home, and now I'm back teaching, and then next week I do army thing. So I'm like running from one thing to the next the entire time, but it's all good.
Well, I guess let's kind of end it with this. Like, what's next? What do you want? When do you want to fight again? Do you have any names? Do you have like a kind of a time frame? Like, what do you want?
I want to get in as fast as I can. I have told my manager, Mr. K, my coach and I have discussed it. I will fill any short notice fight, even somebody that's a little higher than I am at this point, but I will fill any short notice fight. I'd like to fight at least twice before the end of the year. I think I could probably get 3 if I really want to be aggressive with it, but definitely one before like mid-July. I really would like June. That would probably be my most favorite option, but mid-July at the latest, and then hopefully again September, October. Like I just want to rack this stuff up because that's it. That's the only way you're going to get better. As much as training in the gym is really, really important and building that base, time in the cage is just, you just can't repeat it. You know what I mean? You can't find it anywhere else. So no, I don't get out of shape. I'm ready to go. 115 is the division. So hopefully the UFC now knows it's 115. And yeah, they can call me anytime, and I'll help them out and make their day. But I want to run this into the ground. Let's go.
Elise, thank you so much for your time. I greatly appreciate it. If you
Yeah.
want to plug any social media, any sponsors you got, you want to thank anybody?
Yeah, well, obviously Kickside. I own it, so I'm a little biased. But it's also my coach's school. So John Canabay is my coach. I had a lot of training partners going into this one. So Team Carnicella is really good. Carnicella MMA. One thing that I do want to mention is this new veteran-owned meal prep organization. I think they debuted this past week. Chow Meals. Their stuff is delicious, and it's done in 2 minutes. So yeah, there's somebody, when we talk, like, this whole experience has been huge for me, right? Because you say one thing and then you get to walk it and you're like, oh God, this is big shit now, right? So, I'm in the school and I'm teaching kids and I'm cussing the whole time.
Same.
Oh my gosh, I just realized it. Oh goodness. Okay, well, I'm big stuff now. I'm not gonna be able to show my thing. I think someone's taking class. Oh man. All right. You can use it. Anyways, I might have to fire myself. So yeah, some big stuff now. And that sucks. The veterans are gonna be great. That Chow Meals is gonna be great. Oh my God. I'm not gonna be able to leave this office until this class is over.